What's going on, everybody? Relapse here, and I'm going to go ahead and give you a legit, it's a gameplay commentary. I'm not actually playing while watching this, but I had a really good Invoker game here. Early room battles. Luckily, if they were both attacking on the Mirana there, Mirana would have died, but thankfully they were not very intelligent. Let's see, I thought I did player perspective. There we go. Alright, so here I am. I'm running the Invoker on the mid lane. I decided to go ahead and play a quas build. Now, there's a couple reasons why I decided to go quas. Number one, basically they had a Medusa. And Medusa, as I'm sure you know, has that nasty mana shield. With the EMP, hopefully I can break some of that mana shield and we don't have to worry too much about her tanking up most of the damage. A couple other things. I wanted to... Sorry about that, that was my heater turning on. I wanted to hunt the Chen. I knew Chen, most Chens, I don't think I've ever seen a laning Chen. It's going to be in the jungle. Once I hit level 7, I'll go ahead and pick up the Ghost Walk, and I'll go hunt Chen in the jungle. Luckily enough for me, and as you'll see, Chen showed himself on the map a lot, and I knew right away he was going to be my target. So if I could, you know, take out the Chen, target him, I knew I would have a pretty good game. Now, there's going to be a couple plays in this game where I made some mistakes, and that's alright. I'm pretty big on having my subscribers learn from the mistakes that I make. Try not to do them yourself. I guess, I don't know, you could say it's good for me. The best player on their team was the Brewmaster, and of course I was facing him mid, so other lanes didn't really have much of a trouble. I wouldn't say I had a trouble. I really struggle last hitting in the quas build. You'll see that I do something that I don't normally do, and I decided to go ahead and pick up another Null Talisman to help me with last hits. I wasn't gonna go phase boots this game. I think I ended up changing my mind. I can't remember, but I was just gonna go power treads because they had really good gap close with the Storm Spirit, and Brew usually grabs a blink. So I think my original thinking was just to get a little tanky, which isn't a bad idea. Obviously, you don't want to be frontline with Invoker. As you'll see, I pick up a Blink Dagger this game actually. If you go back and watch some of my older videos, Blink Dagger isn't something that I usually take. At least I used to not take, just because it was so much extra clicking, and I've gotten a lot better with the spells and what have you. So here's where I pick up the extra Null Talisman. Like I said, I was really struggling with the last hits, so I grabbed it and was hoping that would help me out, which it did, if I remember correctly. This gameplay was last night. The reason this is a non-ranked match, a couple of the guys, or the one guy I play with quite a bit, it was the Mirana. Casual player. You know, we just play, have fun a lot. Obviously, we like to win, but it doesn't really matter. The other guys I had never played with before, it turns out they were actually very, very good support players. I had supported the last, seems like 3 or 4 games, so pretty big fail by me right here. Wasn't paying attention to the map. Didn't even see the Oracle coming in, so that was really, really bad map presence for me. But you know, I don't want to take the full blame for that. He could have easily said, "Hey, I'm on my way mid," etc., etc. So I'm not gonna blame him for that. It's pretty much my fault, but he could have been a little bit better communication. Really confused what was going on here until I realized that the Chen had sent the whatever that ogre guy is in lane to just annoy me with the ice armor there. Started hitting me with the, what is that called? Drunken Haze? I can't remember. I'm bad with spell names, but I got lucky. I mean, every last hit that I went at seemed to still fall for me. When you're a panda mid, you can pretty much lock down the other mid player by hitting them with that. They can't last hit. They can't really get any items, anything like that. So, luckily enough, you know, I was able to do just fine with that. I don't typically go after runes with Invoker. Invoker is really a hero that you need to soak up as much levels as you can. Very level dependent hero, so usually stay in lane. I don't tend to gank a lot until I get a little bit higher of a level. So I decided to go in here, and that was not a good combo by me. You want to EMP Tornado, then Cold Snap. It's pretty much quas basics, but you know, it was a little rusty. I just played a game with Invoker, but I went exort that game. I don't play a lot of quas usually because I like to deal out the heavier damage with the Spectre and really the damage potential we had with the nuke damage. I decided that locking down their EMP would really hurt Panda, but also hurt Medusa. So here's something that somebody would have done like me. I would have just been frustrated to all get out. I put him up in the tornado, hit him with, destroyed the rune so he couldn't get it. So he was pretty frustrated with that, I think. Decided to pop his ult. He was pretty good with micro. I mean, as you can see, he was able to get that off, but he overextended. We had a rotation come in, and I think we cleaned it up. Yeah, we cleaned it up here. Mirana hits the arrow, so I get the last hit. That was pretty nice. And then this Oracle knew what he was doing as well. I don't play any Oracle, so I'm not entirely sure how the hero operates, but we ended up getting a nice rotation to the mid lane. 4 came in. I'm not sure where Mirana was going originally, if she was coming to gank middle. Again, there wasn't a whole lot of communication between us. So Medusa, as you'll see, actually gets a pretty fast Hands of Midas time, with Mirana being bot lane and kind of roaming early on. The Medusa got some pretty good free farm time, so I grabbed my extra TP with Invoker. You get a lot of kills just by TPing in to support a lane. You can save a carry, you can also pick yourself up a kill. So here's the first chance I had to gank. I went ahead and I wanted this what's his face here, Chen. I put myself in actually pretty bad positioning here, but luckily I think he might have been too focused on microing to really get off the attacks he needs. Can't remember if I died. Yeah, I do die here. He hits me with the creep, but that was my fault. I should have tornadoed, EMP'd, and then moved myself out of range of all the his neutrals that he had dominated, or whatever it's called. So the blue heads in, tries to do something, but there's not a whole lot he can do at this level. Again, I mean, I got the kill, and I did get the kill before I died, so I got the experience and the gold. Decided to pick myself up something to make me a little tankier. With this sort of early game, mana's an issue with Invoker. So I take myself back middle, put myself out of range of the fountain, which is always something you want to do. Not really. And then I think we were trying to make a play on mid lane here. I can't remember what happens exactly. I suppose we'll find out. Let's see here. Supports are doing great with warding. I think we were trying to line up an arrow. I think he does hit it. Yeah, I do remember correctly. He does hit it, and we'll see what happens with this kill. Panda should have whatever that was, used his drunken brawler on me, or drunken haze or whatever. It made it harder for me to attack there, but he was too focused in. Cleaned it up with the tornado there. With Wex, you're maxing your W. You get a lot of damage from that tornado, so that's going to be your finishing off spell if you're trying to pick up a kill. Let's see here. So that was a good little sequence. At this point, I started to pull away from the Panda. Getting myself those kills really helped me as far as grabbing a couple items. with Wex, you should be ganking a lot. Your mobility around the map is pretty strong. So again, I kind of want to emphasize on the reason why I chose to go quas Wex. Pretty much the Panda and the Medusa there were reasons 1 and 2. If a lot of players on the other team, Lesh and Chen, I anticipated getting a mana boots. So if you've got 2 or 3 players with mana boots, typically you don't want to go quas Wex. So here's a pretty good opportunity I had to drop the EMP combo. Got myself frozen, which was pretty stupid. Pick up the cold snap. I ended up, well no, I'm just kidding. I ended up having to go invis because I put myself in a bad position. Cleaned up the Lesh rack there, and we're getting chased out by this Panda. Probably not the best choice for these guys to stick around. I can't remember what the outcome of this fight was. Panda's gonna break here, and then it's just an easy turn for us. It's a nice, very nice arrow. I probably would have missed that arrow. But we're able to clean up the kill there. And then I think we continue to pursue, but I'm not sure that we clean off anybody else. They're pretty weak with Leshrak coming back. That was a pretty bad stun by him, the cold snap. Let's just clean up the kill. He should have been able to land that stun. I'm not sure where he was aiming. He pretty much put it off the map almost entirely. So I decided to stick around. We got some mana boots. I got some good regen. 2 levels in quas really helped. So we're gonna try to push out this tower. So 11-2, pretty dominating game by us. I'm going after the Orchid. Orchid's pretty standard for this build of Invoker. We decided to back, I think, because we realized we didn't have the damage to take out the tower. So I wanted to rotate back mid before we lost the mid tower. Panda's pretty cocky. I wasn't too afraid of Panda. I didn't have enough mana to really follow up on this initiation here, but so I just decided to help out the tower a little bit. Yeah, don't run the courier across the middle of the lane like that, especially when creeps are pushed. It's a really easy way to get it killed. Just little things like that can really kind of frustrate a team. So I'm heading back here. Really, like I had mentioned before, mana is an issue early on. Spectre was really good. Was able to farm. I think she even picked up a kill or 2 before getting her Radiance, which is nice. So usually you'll see me with 2 TPs in my inventory. Like I said, I'd like to have them. I grab myself some kills. I think that early tower, the fact that they hit that early tower bottom, actually helped Specs farm. Typically you don't want to lose a tower early on, but we were able to keep the creep balance on our side for quite a while before we had to worry about taking towers, and the fact that we were able to get the kills that we did early on without taking any towers. We got a significant item and experience and gold lead that we weren't overly concerned with the tower situation. So here Dusa pushed up pretty far. I wanted to try to take him out. Realized they didn't have any wards, because anytime we tried to make a play on this bottom lane, they never, made a push. So took down the mana. Again, that mana shield doesn't do a whole lot. It doesn't have a whole lot of mana. So we got a TP in by the Spec, and then Spec was able to pick up the last shot. Quite an easy pick off. The Medusa, she got that early Midas. I think it was like 6.5 minutes it was, but didn't really do anything this game. Usually when a Medusa can pick up a Midas and that fast, really debilitates your team. So we're trying to get ourselves in a position to go here. I tried to do a quick snag of Lesh, but they ended up coming back at me, so I had to back off. Oracle going in pretty deep. I was able to pick off with whatever that move is. I don't even know. Like I said, I don't play any Oracle. Nice arrow, almost connected. And then we decided to go in on this Panda. got sent back to base, it looks like. Yeah, Panda got sent back to base. We decided to jump out because it wasn't a fight we wanted to take next to the tier 1. Yeah, so again, back to kind of just grabbing some items. I could have separated out the Ring of Basilisk here. I decided to hang on to it. I liked the early game. It gives you an extra bit of armor. Tank up that right click. I guess with Storm, he's kind of got some right click, a little bit of nuke as well. Wasn't overly concerned with the Storm. Not sure. Can't remember how he finished this game. But it was a 5-on-5. Both teams had full parties, so these guys knew each other, we knew each other. And there was a lot of congregating around mid this game, and you don't really want to do that. The only time you want to all be together is when you're going to try to pick up a kill. So, easy kill here. Sort of put himself way out of position with the Mirana ult as well. Nice, easy pick off. Any damage over time you can spell you can get with Cold Snap. Really easy to pick off players. I decided to back up. I was already pretty weak. And then I think I came back over to try to help out the Oracle. And then I ended up putting myself in a pretty bad position. I didn't see yellow coming over. And then luckily he didn't stun. And that arrow, that was a nice arrow, and I fully anticipated on hitting somebody, but it just split the wickets between everyone. I tried to double back around, maybe try to grab the regen if they'd walk past it, but I went ahead and picked it up, and I think that was it for me. I think I headed back to the base at this point. No. What am I gonna do? I think am I gonna try to be cocky top with not a whole lot of mana? Yep. I go invis. Scouted out the Chen. I didn't have enough mana to go on him by myself. If I had enough mana, I probably could have killed him. Maybe I would have been contested by the Medusa, but Mirana's coming up. Chen appears in the lane as well. He's only got one creep. They want this tower, and that was a pretty bad arrow. He should have timed it much better. So here, this time I did a better job of putting myself closer to the tower and not getting caught out. Did we catch him here? I don't think we did. Oh, I think he died. I don't know if he didn't kill. So the EMP there really hurts his, again, his mana pool. And then I get up the last hit there. The only problem with the quas Wex build, if you need early damage, you don't really have it. You don't get the meteor, you don't get the sunstrike, the forge spirits. So if you need that extra damage, you need to go exort. I don't find myself maxing exort much. If I do, it's because they are extremely squishy, and I can get some. If I can just get them at a choke point with a nice meteor, I can pretty much kill the entire team. This isn't an exort game by any means, but again, I don't typically max it. I typically do the 4-1-4 to get the dual forge spirits, and that makes the battle quite easy. Even with squishy heroes, the dual forge spirits hits pretty hard. They get all that minus armor going on, and they're already squishy, so then a couple auto attacks with some good positioning usually takes care of the situation there. If you're interested in a shorter video, I will be putting out kind of just tips and tricks. This is more of a full game commentary. It's not live, but interested in something shorter at this point, you can go ahead and flip over to the other video on my channel. It's probably not going to be posted for a day or two. I'm a school teacher, so depending on if we get another snow day coming up. So something with a hard carry like Medusa, if you can kill her on a regular basis, obviously that sort of inhibits her ability to do much anything. So that's the ult there. Probably a good idea. Wasn't going to have the mana to do after, so she gets herself away, but we do have a secondary initiation. Getting chased by these dumb creeps, so I aggroed him onto the lane, then came in to lend a hand here. Again, this Oracle knew exactly what he was doing. good stuff there. We ended up catching... Did we catch him here? I'm not sure why Panda Bear doesn't... yeah, Brew Panda doesn't split. I don't think we catch Storm here. I didn't have any gap close, so I went ahead and backed off. Got myself a free Alpha Wolf. And then the 20-minute rune. I don't pick it up. It's DD. I don't think it would have helped me. I needed to head back to base to fill up on everything. I dropped the Oblivion Staff. I dropped the Orchid, snagged the Oblivion Staff. Give me a little bit more damage. So, with their squishy heroes, and Lesh and Chen, and quite honestly Storm, the Oblivion Staff is going to help out with the right click a little bit. So I scouted out Chen here. Unfortunately, the ward that we had down head-to-head went out. So I checked a peek just to see if maybe he was hanging around waiting for somebody. I didn't want to stick around too long because that's way out of position. This, I think, coming right here is the fight that sort of... I think they called GG on this fight. It is 20-3, so it's pretty much looking like that at this point anyhow. That ward right there was fantastic. I even told Ogre after the fight that the combo you're about to see come up is fully because of that ward. So our spec gets a sub 21 minute radiance. I'm not sure exactly what the time was, but watch the mini-map. Chen walks over, so I see him coming up, and is following Lesh. So what I did was, instead of waiting for them to come to me, I met them halfway. Dropped the EMP, get into the Deafening Blast. In came Panda as well, so right there he got hit. I don't think he gets split off. He takes a really long stun duration, and it's just an easy wipe. I think we got 4 of the 5. I'm not sure where Deuce was at, but that was just an easy initiation, all because that rune was there. The Chen calls GG, 24-3. That's probably a legit call. I care about wins in this game, so if my hero needs me to play mid Invoker, I play mid Invoker. If my team needs me to play mid Invoker, I play mid Invoker. If my team needs me to play a support, I play support. If I need carry, I don't care. So it really upsets me that we don't get that forfeit option, because we've got to play out another 20 minutes onto this game, even though we already know it's over. So typically I finish off my boots, and you'll see in an older tutorial that I go 25, 30, 35, I think something like almost 40 minutes before finishing off my boots. I don't typically do that anymore. You can sort of get away with it a little more when you're going Wex because of that movement speed from your W, but finish off your boots early. Like I said, I didn't go the phase boots here like I normally would for this game. So I silenced the Storm there. Obviously that's my target for the silence. Pretty poor comboing by me. My team we get caught out, a little cocky. I don't think I'm able to save him. So I just had to get myself back. It's pretty much me and the Spectre left. That would have been a great ult fight for Spec. He's got Radiance. Should have just waited for the excuse me, should have waited for the Medusa ult to cancel and then ulted in. I told him at this point, like, if he wanted to ult right now, I would engage on these 4 heroes. I was feeling that confident. We waited a little bit, I think, for a TP to come in before we engage. So we pop the fort. I think we get a TP in here. He gets the ult going. I went straight for the Storm Spirit because I knew that would be an easy kill. And then we're able to clean up the Chen, I believe, as well. I popped the Ghost Walk to slow him down and get the extra attack. So Ghost Walk reduces once you hit... Oh, this is where you're going to see me not knowing the hero very well. Once you hit a certain number of W's, it removes the slow debuff that you get. So I think it's for 1 and 2 levels in your Wex, you get you're slowed yourself when you go swag. I think once you hit 3, it removes like a certain percentage. Then once you hit, if I can put my mouse over it. Yeah. So as you continue to level up Wex, you start to lose that slow debuff, and then eventually you hit a really fast movement speed. So if you're having trouble catching up with somebody and you don't have your tornado, that's certainly an option. So you see me teleport bottom. I want him to try to take a tower. I think I make a really bad play here. I get really cocky, and I dive the tower, going after this Chen. It wasn't even a good dive. I messed up the combo. Didn't save myself enough time to cold snap. Had I cold snap, that's an easy kill. But he mechs. I get teleported on. I get nuked up, and it was just bad. It was so bad. If I had waited for my invoke to come off, that's a kill. But instead, I don't, and I pay with my life. Could have been middle, helping out my team, but I was too cocky. It's not like it was a throw or anything. The game's over. I had a good laugh in game about it. My team was like, oh, and I was like, yeah. Remember that time I didn't wait for Invoke to come off cooldown before I tried to dive a tower? So they started laughing, and you know, it is what it is. Our warding was good this game. Good supports. Their warding I don't think was all that great because we were able to do some nice ganking and not worry about getting caught off. At least we didn't get caught too many times. So I wanted to go for some positioning here. One after. This was hard. Try hard farming right here. So I decided to go after the blink dagger and work on picking up some extra mobility. Sorry about that. Somebody's messaging me. I'm just gonna ignore them and hope they don't message me again. That's actually the Marana in this game is one to play, I think. But I don't think I'm gonna play one tonight. Just gonna do this cast, get it uploaded, and maybe we'll have a snow day tomorrow. Who knows? So the Deuce teleports in. I backed myself off. I didn't want to make a stupid play again. I just knew I wanted my blink dagger. This Oracle, I mean, he didn't really have any kill items. It was just his moves, and I don't know a ton about Oracle as far as hero spells and that sort of thing. So you see right there, I could have lifted him up with the tornado, but I decided just to move to cold snap. We didn't need it. You know, it would just been, I don't want to say a kill steal, but it was borderline, whatever. So we knew that they were back there. We went ahead. I ended up getting myself frozen here. I killed like an idiot because I camped out under the tower. Again, Oracle back here, just doing his thing. I know nothing about this hero. I think he makes it out. Nice arrow connecting. Double damage. Marana picks herself up a whatever that thing is, Desolator. I bought myself back because I was pretty frustrated with I died. I wouldn't call it a rage buyback, but not something I wanted to do. So anytime an Invoker can sit here, right click down on Medusa. Medusa's having a bad game. All I would have to do, I think, was take off multi-shot, and he probably could have killed me. But the buyback isn't worth it unless you get the kill. So I went and got the kill. Puts me at 8, 3, and 17 assists. So with that, I was involved in, let's see, 25 out of the 37 kills. Because you take your kills, put them with your assists. That's your overall involvement, essentially. So I think that's a pretty good game. I was trying to bait the push that they had right here while I was regenerating my health. I really wanted to bait the push, but nobody came. I was sort of baiting the ogre as well. Not sure how I felt about that, but I didn't really give him a choice. So again, I'm just kind of waiting here. Spend too much time waiting. It was the right play. If I stayed in lane and then got picked off, it would have been really dumb death. So Spectre comes over, so at that point, no one's going to try to come up and kill the Spectre. He's too farmed. So I think we pressured the tower. I'm not sure that we were able to do anything. Oh, that's right, Medusa comes out. I somehow keep managing to get these last hits over the Spectre. I don't know if he was getting frustrated. It was nice because the team players in this game we were on the same page. I didn't know what that meant. Apparently it's a quote from Shrek, and he's the ogre. So yeah, I don't know about the best movie of all time, but it is what it is. So at this point, I'm pretty close to the Blink Dagger. Kind of doing whatever we want. I think we jump middle here. I can't remember what we ended up doing. But I'm not sure what Chen was doing. Way out of place. Way out of place. He gets himself cleaned up quite easily. I blew my whole combo on him. I guess with the amount of mana boots we had, it wasn't a big deal, but the regen, or the waiting for the spells to cool down was pretty annoying. When in reality, all it probably would have taken was a cold snap. Would have been quite an easy kill. So I grab my Blink Dagger. At this point, I can move around the map. We hit the storm here. I wasn't trying to jump in on that since I didn't need to. Silenced him up so he couldn't split, and then got myself frozen. Tornadoed back to try to save the ogre. Not sure if he lives or not. Yeah, he lived. Oh no, he got jumped by the long range Storm Spirit. He gets hit up, and then I accidentally double tapped my Blink Dagger. I wanted to blink on the other side of the trees. Yeah. So I wanted to blink in between him and where he was trying to run to. It puts me up in the tornado, which they put you up in a tornado. You shouldn't be too upset because that's an easy Blink Dagger. And then they went ahead and dusted because they thought I was going to Ghost Walk. So I sort of ran around a little bit. Spectre said he would jump in. I think that was a good timing blink. The last second. So at this point, my mobility's strong. I'm hitting some good spells. I'm getting some good kill combos. 9 and 19 now. 9, 3, and 19. Easy pick off here. I think Spectre ults in. I can't remember. Oh, I just right-clicked him down. Right-clicked him down, cleaned him up with the tornado, and then was able to blink out. Spectre would have jumped in. I would have been able to stick around, and we probably would have been able to kill the panda. It depends. I can't remember if my blink or my silence, my orchid, was off cooldown. So I ran all the way back to base here. I didn't even realize I had full health, that heal. So it's whatever. At this point, I didn't really carry a TP. I knew we were going to be in their face the whole time. They had no towers left. 42 to 12. I was involved in 29 out of 42 kills. It's a pretty good percentage. Getting over the map, that's some serious mobility. Really like Blink Dagger on Invoker. The only thing that I would probably get over the Blink Dagger would have been the Force Staff. Or even both, really. Getting better at the extra spells. A lot of people do the alt. They just hit alt and a regular item, or a regular spell key. I don't find that comfortable. I use the QWER with the number sign. So I backed myself up so I didn't take the frozen damage. Silenced up the panda, or the storm. That was an easy kill. Panda got hit with radiance. and we were able to push into the base at this point with 5 of their heroes dead. They kept calling good game, but kept defending. So if you call a good game and you don't want to play anymore, sit in the fountain. It just makes the game longer than it needs to be. So you'll see my fun play with the Blink Dagger here in just a minute. This Leshrac kept coming out, and I kept watching him, and I was getting ready to blink on him. As soon as he came up and tried to stun, I was going to blink. So I put myself in a better position, and I want to say the next time he showed himself like that, I finally went in. Yeah, he came up to try to stun, and he just really had no chance. So that was an easy pickup. Blink Dagger's got some great utility. My favorite is when they're trying to run away and you blink in and drop an ice wall and your whole team catches up. So at this point I had enough gold. I wouldn't go this build unless we were winning significantly. So I went ahead and I picked up a Hyperstone. I was going to grab a Mjolnir. I think I do get it, but it's really not. It's really all the way at the end, so it's not like it contributed too much. But I would suggest at that point going a Sheep Stick or a Egg Scepter. The Chen picks up the Dagon. I think that's level 2. This many Chen players go Dagon. I'm no Chen player, so I can't really speculate too much. So at this point, we're just wanting to push into the base. That's a pretty good blind arrow. We were wanting to push into the base. Couldn't see uphill, and we kind of figured that, you know, they were going to be bringing in heroes because they call GG, yet they're still defending. So I don't really understand. So I wanted to jump in here, but my team wasn't in a good position. So I started trolling these trolls over here. I wanted to wait up here because I figured somebody would come out and try to farm this camp. So I hit my stop hero movement, and I thought that would be okay, but my guy started auto-attacking the hero when he walked in the picture, so it messed up everything that I wanted to do, but I wanted to just jump him and kill him from up here. And it was the right hero too. It was the Leshrac that came over. You'll see here in a minute. So I was waiting, I was waiting, I was waiting, I was waiting. Finally he shows, and I just wanted to stand here, but my hero started, you know, auto-attacking, and I panicked, and we ended up getting a kill, so I wasn't too concerned about it, but it would have been just a fun little troll moment. So Scatty by the Dusa, it's too late. With a 6-minute Midas, you'd expect them to have it much sooner. But yeah, at this point, we weren't concerned. We had a farm spec. Usually, I would say farm Dusa wins all. But, alright, here you saw a good thing. If I turned around, he froze me. But if a guy's on your tail, you can throw or tornado forwards, and it won't. It'll still lift him up. So I'll definitely be including that into the shorter version of this, but great play there, just knowing the hero. We're kind of waiting to finish up. I threw that uphill, I just wanted to get vision. I knew it wouldn't kill anybody. So I decided to cast this Invoker game because it was one of the better ones that I've had in a while. I haven't been playing much of Invoker. I've been working on getting my rank MMR up, and it seems like I find myself supporting the majority of the time, which is fine. My mentality on that has sort of changed. Usually it was, hey, I'm not going support, I'm going carry because I don't trust you to carry kind of deal. And I'm a good carry, I think, but once I realized that you kind of got to put a little faith into your teammates, I really started to win more. I was stuck in 3,400 for the longest time. which isn't anything to brag about. Was able to jump myself up to 35 and now 36. So there you go. That was a good blink dagger, dodging a couple spells. We got ourselves into a little too much. Of course, once Spec came in, we were able to turn it around. Not sure that we tried to kill him here or not, but it was a smart move by us to back off. I hit that dodge on the blink dagger there. I think I dodged a blinking clap, which was nice. Luckily, I don't know, really wasn't paying too much attention here. I'm surprised I didn't get hit by split shot. If I hit by split shot, I wasn't blinking out of that. So we're just waiting on the crow, I think. I'm sitting on my Mjolnir right now. Yeah, here it comes. So we got the Mjolnir coming up. I just want to see it a little bit. I like Mjolnir. I used to get it on just about every hero I played, especially if I was going carry or semi-carry. I say semi-carry. I'm a fan of hard carry, mid lane, semi-carry, and 2 supports. The semi-carry, I like it to be somebody who strong early to mid game and just let your hard carry just get the items to take over at the end. A good Windrunner. I love a good Mirana game. Mirana can be a hard carry. So here I jumped in, hit the EMP, dropped the ice wall. That's a really debilitating combo. And then pieced myself out with a ghost walker. So that really set up the fight. Panda chases here. Probably not the smartest thing. If you're Panda, I don't play much Panda, but if you see you're about to run out, you've got to get that Earth Panda back to get yourself alive. So here we were able to jump on him, pretty easy cleanup kill. But you have to get yourself out of there. Finishing up the racks here. At this point, game's in the bag. I'm sitting at 27 assists, 12 kills. That puts me at a total of 39. So I'm 39. I'm involved 39 out of 54. That is a lot of map mobility, and that's a lot of just overall team, just kind of teamwork there, I suppose. So I grab myself another assist. I think I end up with something like 30 assists this game. First Sunstrike, and it was a miss. But right now I'm sitting 12, 3, and 30. That's where we're going to end the game. That's a pretty nice Invoker game. I think they were pretty happy. The other team was, I don't know what language that is, but, you know, it was a pretty good game. So if you're interested in a shorter version of this game, some tips and tricks, so to speak, feel free to check it out. So as always, everybody, have a good one.